Hello, welcome to my chat. Welcome to my live. I've done it again, didn't I? I clicked live and I forgot to put myself on the stage. So I do apologise for that. I hope everyone's well. If anyone's in, I hope you're well. Two marks are not on tonight. I was going to go on anyway, but they've hopefully sent some people over. People want to come, and if they do, if you have come from the 2 March show, then let me know. That will be much appreciated. Just do a general chat tonight about Spurs, De Zerbi, and everything like that. I've no idea what I'm going to talk about, but I'll just go with the flow and just see how things go, really. But exciting news at Spurs at the moment with De Zerbi coming in. Got a few chats here, so obviously big up to the 2 Marks. Big up, Anthony. Hope you're good, mate. Have a great show. Big up. Great show that is. Really enjoy going over to what's Clicky and the Sheriff. So big up, boys. Much appreciated for the support they give me. Couldn't do this without them. That's for sure. Big up, Lisa. Thanks for coming in, darling. Evening, Anthony, in the chat. Much love. Thank you very much for coming on. Much appreciated. Got another one here. Scott, big up, mate. Hello, Anthony. Big up. Thanks for coming on, mate. Everyone happy about the De Zerbi becoming our manager? Anyone a bit skeptical of it? I did a show the other day. I did similar. I spoke similar bit the other day on my live, but why not do it again? Might be new people in here tonight. So, anyone a bit skeptical of De Zerbi coming in? We'll just anyone a bit skeptical about De Zerbi coming in. He does have a bit of a temperament, and he like a bit like Conte in a way. Doesn't have the CV to quite back him up, but back it up. But he does tend to, if he doesn't get his own way, does tend to go off the radar, have a bit of an argument with people, the board. And we've signed him on a 5-year contract. So will he be here for 5 years? A lot of people saying only 2 years, but what's the point of him signing a 5-year contract? Maybe it was a part of the deal to get him here. 2 Marks, big up. Is De Zerbi the man for you? To be honest, at first I wasn't too sure. I was a bit skeptical about the whole situation. But as time's gone on, I'm just so desperate for us to get a decent manager and to stay in the Premier League. I'm now on board. And I don't care about the whole Mason Greenwood stuff and what he said in the past. At the end of the day, he was not always in the back to Greenwood. It was his player. And he's come and apologised for it now. Didn't really upset anyone. And that's it for me. That's as far as I'm concerned. How about you, mate? How about you? Ghosted. Big up, mate. Thanks for coming on. Much appreciated. I hope you're well. And what do you think about De Zerbi coming in? I'd like to hear your thoughts. World's greatest morning, Anthony. 4 a.m. here in Perth. Morning to you. Evening for me, but morning to you. I hope you're well. And thanks for coming on. Much appreciated. Yeah, much appreciated. Let's have a little look. Scott has put, I'll be very happy if we were a proper run club, but we are not. Yeah, I agree with you there. To be honest, paying all this money to De Zerbi, like 12 million a year over 5 years, and a bonus like £7 million or something if we stay up. It just goes to show how desperate EMIC are. But why wouldn't they have spent all that money on players? It just shows how desperate they are, and it's a bit of a joke, really. If they were run the club properly, they wouldn't have had to pay him all this money. But it's like they were desperate. He didn't need to him. He didn't need to come, but he obviously come for the money. So can't blame him, really, can you? Lots of about major concerns, short term and long term. Yeah, to be honest, short term I think we'll be all right. I think we'll stay up now. I'm a bit confident about that. Long term, I'm a little bit nervous what it'll be like if he doesn't get his own way. I heard a couple of days ago that he's been given full support, like full control of day-to-day runnings of the club. But that was on April the 1st. I don't know whether that was an April Fool's joke, but I can't believe Enix will give him full support. Until I see it, I just can't believe it. 2 marks put Ghosted, saying hi to Ghosted. Well, I do like De Zerbi. He would keep us up. I'm sure that's all that matters for now. Yeah, to be honest, we don't have to worry about what happens in a year's time or something. Just keep us in the Premier League. That is the main thing. And if he does that, he'll definitely be remembered for the good things. We just need to stay up, and we've got 7 cup finals really, 7 massive games, and hopefully, he does it and does keep us up. So, that's the main thing. Ghost has put big up Cookie. Lisa has put. Sorry, I've not got a desk at the moment, so I'm doing this on the bed, which ain't very comfortable. Lisa's put, I'm happy with the De Zerbi signing. I hope he's here for at least 5 years. Yeah, so do I, but I'll be very surprised. The last manager that's been here for 5 years was Pochettino, and we've not had a manager that lasted that long since. So it would be good, but I just can't see it happening. I think he'll be here for 2 years tops, and then someone else will come in. Maybe Potts will come back. But yeah, well, hopefully though. Lisa's put, please like and subscribe, guys. Yep, thank you very much, Lisa. Big up. That'd be fantastic if people did like and subscribe. It'll be much appreciated. But we'll see how we get on. I'm not as good as Cookie and the 2 sheriffs, but I'm quite new at this, so forgive me. But I'll do my best, and then we'll see. 2 marks, but let's get Anthony to 100 subs tonight. That would be fantastic. We got to 100 subs. I'm on 85 at the moment, last time I checked. So if we got to 100, that would be absolutely amazing. But we'll just see how things go. But big up, thanks for that. 2 marks. Don't know which one it is tonight. Is it Cookie or the Sheriff? Scott's put, every coach is a risk, but De Zerbi has a decent record, so hopefully he keeps us up. Yeah, he did well at Brighton, and he did a good job at Marseille, actually. Like in his first season at Marseille. Well, at Brighton, he finished 6th, didn't he? I thought Graham Potter had done a good job at Brighton, and it wasn't until De Zerbi came in that I realised Graham Potter didn't do actually he did an okay job, but De Zerbi took to another level. And he went to Marseille, and I think he did a good job at Marseille. In his first season, he finished 2nd behind PSG, and PSG dominate that league every year. So to finish 2nd, that was very good. I'm not sure where they were in the league this year, because I don't follow French football, and it didn't do too well in the Champions League. But at the moment, we're just at a stage where we just need to stay in the Premier League, don't we? Stotts put, my concern with him this season is twofold. He is not a profile of a relegation manager, Ron temperament, and his system takes time to current squad is a disaster for him, does nothing for him. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The thing is, who are these players going to listen to? They don't listen to anyone. They never listen to Frank. They never listen to Tudor. They have to listen to someone. But the players need to step up. It's not just the manager. And if we do go down, we can't really blame De Zerbi. It is on the players. But it's a bit, but hopefully he's sprinkled a bit of magic. And I mean, these players, whether they're going to be here or not next season, none of them want to get relegated. So they need to step up now. But some of their attitude, you wonder whether they really care. So we'll see. Milton's come in. Big up, mate. How are you, my brother? Yeah, I'm very good. Thanks. How about yourself? I'm glad you're on. Come, big up to yourself. Good to see you in the chat. Lynn's put, is it Sheriff or Cookie? Yeah, I did ask that. No one's got back to me yet. We'll see. But big up. If you're new here, give us a like and a sub. That'd be much appreciated. That would really help. So yeah, Scott's put 100%. If we go down, it's the players. Yep, it is. Now I said this on the in my stream the other day, but there are new people in here, so maybe other people can answer for me. If we stay up, which players, in your opinion, anyone can put this down? Which players would you keep at Spurs, and which players would you sell? Just give me a few names of keep and sell. Because when I thought about this the other day, I really struggled to name anyone. Maybe there was a few players that, like the Kevin Dansers and the Archie Drays of the world, who are not fantastic players, but at least they show commitment and desire. And there's a lot of players who you'd think are best players who just seem like they don't actually care. So it'd be interesting to know who you would actually keep or sell at Spurs. And what do you think De Zerbi's formation will be? I've heard he's a 4-2-3-1 guy, which would be interesting. Does he play diverted fullbacks as well? I've heard he plays diverted fullbacks. So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really know much about his systems, but if he does, then that's what Ange used to do, and that'd be perfect for our players, really, wouldn't it? But at least they know what they're doing. But yeah, it's just all about staying up with, isn't it? I don't care what system he brings in these 7 games. Stay in the league. That is the most important thing. Slots, but it's usually Tutti on that account. Sheriff uses his own account. Yeah, I know, but Tutti wasn't very well tonight, so whether he's actually still, he's the one that's controlling it. But it could still be him. We'll have to see if he drops in again and says who it is. But it's all good. They're both great guys, so big up to both of them. Slots put Kudos, Madison, Xavi, Poro, only players I want to keep. All others should be sold or contracts ripped up. Yeah, with Kudos, I'll definitely keep a Madison. Xavi, the thing with Xavi, you see glimpses of him, don't you? You see glimpses of him, and and other times, he doesn't quite do it as much. Like we see his best in the Champions League, don't we? But the thing with him, I wouldn't give up on him because I think he's a fantastic player, and there is a player in there. The thing with Poro, defensively, I've never been a fan of his, but he can cross the ball on his day, and he's passionate. But I also heard someone else said the other day that they'd get rid of Poro, so it's a bit of a. But I like Kevin Danso. I do like him. He's not the greatest defender in the world, but what he will give you is he will give you 110% every game, and he will fight for the shirt. And Archie Dre is another one. He's not the best footballer in the world. He splits opinions, Archie Dre. There's some people love him, some people don't. I'm a bit like, he's not the greatest player, but what he will give you is determination and fight, and he will fight nail enough for the shirt. And that's the main thing. But there's a lot of players like Van de Ven, even the Van de Ven and Romero, that are great, good players on the day, but they just don't do it enough, do they? They don't show it enough. And it makes too many mistakes. And those two players are probably going to leave. And I'm not too. At one point, I didn't want Van de Ven to go, and I was more thinking about Romero going. But now I don't actually care which of them go. They can both go for all I care. And Vicario, definitely, we need a new keeper, in my opinion, don't we? The world's greatest has put, I would get rid of 70% of them. Yes, that's the thing. This has got to be the worst Spurs side in my lifetime. And, I'm 38 now, and there's been some poor sides. Like back in the 90s, we had some poor sides, but we also, we finished lower. We always finished like near the bottom. But the difference is back then, we always had like Mavericks. We always had certain players that can just get us out of a hole and really, do some magic. But these players, I look at them, I just don't look. None of them inspire me, and I think we just need a complete rebuild. But yeah, that's. I think we need a complete rebuild. It's just something not quite right there. A lot of those players have checked out, and and it's us fans are the ones that suffer. Stocks put 4-2-3-1 formation is favoured. Yes, it definitely is. Do you think any of our players would suit his style, or do you think we just need complete new players? Like, would a Richarlison or Solanke suit the 4-2-3-1, or do you think we need new strikers? So, that would be interesting what he does there. We might end up with a few Brighton players, to be honest, and Marseille players, which I won't say no to. I've heard today we're being linked to Van Hecke, which I think I rate him highly. I think he's a really good defender. Lisa's put, I'll keep Tudor, Madders, Gallagher, VDV, Danso, Gray, and Romero. Yeah, to be honest though, with VDV and Romero, they're great defenders, but they've just checked out. They want to go. You can tell their attitude isn't great. It's like they're not playing for the shirt. It's like they want to leave, and that's the issue. I don't want players that don't want to play for Spurs, and I just don't think they do. That's the problem. But Kudus, Madison, Gallagher, I'll still give another chance because I think there's a player in there. And Gray and Danso, yeah, I think Gray and Danso deserve to stay, to be honest, for what they offer us. Heart and commitment. Bear me a second, just changing position. Not, like I said, I'm not on a bed. I'm on a bed at the moment, so I find it very uncomfortable. So I do apologise if I'm moving around a lot. Scott's put, I would keep Romero if he wanted to be here. Yeah, the thing is, what do you make of Romero as captain? Because they gave him captaincy because they wanted to keep him here, didn't they? But it's like since he's become captain, he's been a disgrace. He's always had a bit of a temperament, hasn't he? We all know about his temperament. But the thing is, he's just not. To me, he's not captain material. And I think he regrets signing a new contract in the summer, and I think he's on his way out of the football club. But what do you guys think about his? What do you guys think about him as captain? And if he leaves, who would you say? Who would you give the captaincy to if he left? Nita. Good night, chat. Hope you've all had a good day. Are we talking about Tottenham Hotspur? Coming Spurs, this shit will never be a turncoat. Know that. Yeah, we are talking about Tottenham Hotspur. Just about De Zerbi. Big up, by the way. Thanks for the comment. Give us a like and a sub. That'd be much appreciated. We are talking about Tottenham, about De Zerbi. Just about players in general, of who would go and who would stay. Yeah, and I've gone on to the captain now, who should be the captain of Spurs. But drop your comments and you're free to say whatever you like about Tottenham. But big up anyway for that. Scott has put Xavi, Poro, Romero, Maddison injured, /injured, yeah. Only ones who fit the system. I think Gallagher will be a good depth player in the system. Nobody else fits. Yeah, to be honest. But the thing with Romero, I don't think Romero wants to stay. I don't think Romero wants to stay. It's just the thing about him. If I had a choice out of the two of them to keep, I would keep Romero. No, I'll keep Van der Ven, sorry. Romero and Van der Ven, I'll keep Van der Ven, but I think he's been disgraced this season. I think he wants to go. I think Romero wants to go. And if they want to go, just let them go. Just they've checked out, let them go. Maddison I'll keep, because I think even if we went down, Maddison will stay. I think I've heard somewhere recently that he would still stay. So, yeah. The world's greatest has put, biggest problem, Tottenham have made themselves in buying players from lesser clubs. We buy from relegation clubs or championship level. Most of the squads, when you look through them now, we're 17th. Yeah, the thing about that is, look at Brighton and Bournemouth's and Brentford's model. They buy lesser players, but they do it like abroad. They go abroad to buy lesser players, and look how they turn out. They turn out like superstars and end up going to top league, other top clubs, and for a lot of money. So at the end of the day, it can work. You can sign lesser players, but the ones we go for are just simply not good enough. There are some gems abroad, and I remember Dele Alli. We signed him from lower league, and I know it didn't work out for him in the end, but he was excellent for a few years at Spurs, wasn't he? So it can happen. That can. Whilst the race has put, I would come on live, but I'm driving. No worries but you're more than welcome to come on another time if you ever wanted to come on. It's no problem. If anyone wants to come on, have their say, that is no problem at all. Just keep it clean, obviously. Nitaras put Ritz, Romero, VDV, Biss, Poor over Sharders, and the list is long. We surely need a refresh. We hold on to players like a rash. Yeah, the thing is, have you noticed that actually? Have you noticed that when we come to sell a player, we are useless at selling players. We don't have a good history of selling players. Don't get good money for them. Hold on to them too long. Other clubs don't really want them. But when Chelsea sell a player, I've noticed they sold a few players in the summer for like £40 million minimum, and these players hardly even play for the first team, and they're getting good money for them. So it just shows we're just useless at selling players, aren't we? Then we set mouse a bit dry. Yeah, we're just used to selling players. But yeah, so obviously I said earlier, if Romero was to leave, who's everyone's choice for captain? That's what I'd love to know. So that would be much appreciated. If anyone give your opinion, who do you think should be captain of Spurs next season if Romero does leave? Yeah, so drop your comments below and get down about that. Not sure coming Spurs. Big up Nige. Thanks for coming on, mate. Big up Buddy and chat, like, smash. Thanks very much, mate. Much appreciated. If you've not been over to Pure Coming Spurs, go over to there. They're a good channel, and also the 2 March show's brilliant as well. So really good and really supportive. So that is the main thing. So I've bear me a second. See, it's because I'm new. I'm trying to get into things. So let's have a little look. So Lisa's put, I'd make Maddis captain. Yeah, to be honest, that's not a bad shout actually. Maddison, he's definitely captain material, and you get the impression he loves the club. He does definitely. He's definitely a contender for me. I think he's probably the only one. You know who I would make? I would make the permanent signing first, but I would actually make him captain. Is Palhinha. I know he's not permanent at the moment, so if we made him permanent in the summer, and then made him captain, that's what I would do, because when he plays with a lot of passion, plays with a lot of desire. Definitely a good player to have in the dressing room, that's for sure. So in my opinion, definitely Palhinha has got to be a contender if he's made permanent, but I've just got a feeling we're not going to make it permanent. I don't know if he fits De Zerbi's system, but every time I've seen him, I've been very impressed with him. He's not technically gifted, but he does a job. And as captain, he shows a lot of passion, and I do rate Palhinha. I think we should definitely look to make him sign him and then make him captain. Milton's put Maddison as captain. Yep, another one who's put Maddison. Yep, can't disagree with you. I think the trouble is Maddison, he's injured all the time. That's the issue. But Maddison, he's a top character, top footballer on his day, and give him captaincy. Yeah, why not? But the trouble is he is injured. He's always injured. Lisa's put, hey Nige, hope you're good. So Lisa, that's good to hear. Keep smashing the like button, people. Keep smashing the like. That'd be much appreciated. And give me a sub if you're new here. That'd be really helpful. What's it? Lisa's put, yeah, I don't know if I've read that one. Lisa put, hey, nice, hope you're good. That's good to see. Dwell's Great's put, have you seen De Zerbi's first training session video? Hopefully, he puts the players, not literally, hopefully puts it up to the players, not literally get them going. Yeah, I've seen it, and he does look like it does like a workhorse that he's going to work the players really hard. But so did Tudor do that in a way. He worked the players hard. So hopefully those players step up now, because it's at the end of the day, whether they're going to be here, no one, like I said, no one wants a relegation on the CV. And if we had a full fit squad, I don't think we'll be in this situation we're in. But the trouble is, they're all injured, our players. But we do have Kudus coming back in against Sunderland apparently, and that's a massive boost. So that would be helpful. I mean, if we stay up, who do you think is more likely to go down if we stay up out of Leeds, Forest, and West Ham? Drop comments below. Be much appreciated to hear your thoughts on that. That's if we stay up. I mean, you might think we're going down, but if we do stay up, it'll be interesting to see who other fans think will go down. Paul Van Beek, big up. Thanks for dropping by. I'd make Archie Gray captain. Yeah, to be honest, I said earlier that Archie Gray, as a footballer, I'm not a massive fan of. But he does show heart, commitment, desire, and you can tell he cares, and that's what we need as a captain. So maybe a bit too soon as a captain, but one day, definitely a future captain. Definitely, I agree with that there. Nigel's put, hey Lisa, I'm good. Hope you are too. Yep. Nigel replying to Lisa. He's on in the morning at 8:30, I think your show is, isn't it, Nigel? But get over to there. Good show. And obviously 2 marks. Don't know if they're on this weekend, but that's a good show as well. Lisa's put, that's a good shout. Remind me what did I say? Remind me, Lisa. I do apologise. Remind me what's a good shout. And then was right. It's put, come on, Paul. No, is that to Gray being captain? I suppose I'm assuming you're not a massive fan of Gray then, if you say that. But yeah, but obviously we'll see. So let's have a look here. Nitara's put Roberto in. Tough love is refreshing. Our team squad needed come summer. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, I agree. But I also think some of those players don't react to tough love, and they need a bit of an arm around their shoulder. Was everyone happy with De Zerbi coming in? And if not, who would you have picked to the end of the season? Did you want Poch back in the summer? Who would you have picked to the end of the season? Would you have got someone to the end of the season and then Poch back? This one seemed to come out of nowhere, didn't it? Yep. No, I just put sadly, I think Palhinha won't sign. Not a De Zerbi player. Yeah, no, it's a shame because I think he's brilliant. I think Palhinha's been an excellent player for us when he's played. But we noticed that he doesn't play all the time. He's sort of bit part player. And you start to think whether there's a clause in his contract to say that if he plays all the time that we guaranteed to sign him. I've noticed he just doesn't tend to play as much as I'd like him to play. Slots, but if we go down to League One, I'm fine with Ray being captain, as that is his level. I hope we don't go down to League One. But Gray, yeah, and just be honest, my mate's a Leeds fan and he doesn't rate Gray. He's never rated him. So if he's saying he's not good, if he doesn't rate him either, then there is some problems there. But he does show a lot of commitment. But as a footballer, I just don't think he's all that, to be honest, in my opinion. Natas, but we are staying in the Prem. It ain't over till it's over. 7 games left. Tottenham till I die. Yeah, that's the positivity we need. I was really skeptical, and I was thinking that we were going down. But the last few I mean, no, getting De Zerbi in has sort of changed my mind a bit. I'm a bit more confident we might stay up. But who's going to go down? Who does everyone think? Because Forest picking up a bit of form and West Ham have lately. I don't think Leeds might be dragged into it, to be honest. But we'll see about that. Where am I? Sorry, I've gone too far. Yeah, sorry, there we go. Paul's put Leeds will go down. Yeah, I just said a minute ago. I think you're right, Paul. Which won't make my mate any happier if he's a Leeds fan, but he actually thinks Leeds will go down as well. And he keeps telling me Spurs will stay up, and I'm like, no, we'll go down. And he's like, no, Leeds will go down. And I actually think they might get caught now. They're like, but we'll have to see. Let's have a look. Gray, the was great, but Gray is promising, but we're overhyping him. He still has a long way to go. Yeah, do you find that we always overhype our players, all our young players that come in? Like we always hype them, like Vuskovic in the summer. We were saying about he's going to be the world's greatest, and yeah, he might be, and he's smashing it in Germany. But let him have a couple of loan spells, develop him. Mighty Moore's the same. We overhype our players too much, and yeah, they might be world beaters, and I hope they are. But just give them a chance to just settle. And the media in this country do that as well, don't they? So we'll just have to wait and see. But I hope Gray proves me wrong, and I hope he does smash it and really, becomes a fantastic player. The thing I like about Gray is he doesn't moan. He plays any position. The only position he hasn't played is goalkeeper. He plays every position, and he's a manager's dream, really, and he just gets on with it. Doesn't complain. Paul's put Arch Gray be in the England team in 2 years. He's our best technical player. Will be no limits in his ability. Yeah, the thing is though, Paul, we're 17th in the league, mate. So to say he's our best technical player, it just shows how bad the rest of the team are. Because I don't think he's, as a footballer, I don't think he's fantastic. But being our best technical player in the team finishing 17th isn't really a compliment to him. And it's just like Richarlison. He's our highest goal scorer, but we're 17th in the league. So I don't think that really means much. Natar's but Madders was a baller when he played with Tielemans at our club. He has been hit and miss. Yeah, the thing is, but to be fair to Madison, he was in and out the team a lot, weren't he? So he might have been hit and miss, but he was out of the team a lot. But hopefully, that's the thing. Because he has all these injury issues, would you keep him because of that? But yeah, I think on his day he's brilliant. On his day he's a brilliant player. But Leicester fans used to moan about him as well. So Lisa's put Palhinha. Oh yeah, my comment about Palhinha being captain. Yeah, I think he's a leader. But the thing is, I don't think he'll be here long enough. I don't think he'll. I don't think we'll sign him. I don't think De Zerbi will sign him. But we'll have to wait and see. I just don't see it happening. The world's greatest put. Have you been to a game this season? No, I've not been to a game for a while actually. Long story, but not been to a game. Don't judge me. It's just I've had some health problems in the past. I've not been to a game, but hopefully I'll get to one soon. Lisa's put West Ham. I'd love West Ham to go down. To be honest, I'm a bit mixed really between the West Ham and Forest. I want West Ham to go down because my uncle's a big West Ham fan, and he constantly goes on about Tottenham. I hate Tottenham, this, that, and a lot of West Ham fans they hate Tottenham. So that's the reason I want West Ham to go down, and they'll love it if they relegate us. But there's a part of me that wants Forest to go down as well, just because they're owner. But I'll probably just side with West Ham. I want Leeds to stay up as my mate, but I think if I had a choice, I would say West Ham. Was great, but same with Birdvale. Yeah, I like Birdvale, but we do hype him up a lot as well. Yeah, our fan base love him, but he doesn't really. He's a runner, and he works hard, but as a player, I think we've waited. We've not really seen the best of him, but yeah, I agree. We do tend to hype our players up. Um, Lisa's put West Ham go down, and we sign Bowen. To be honest, I don't think I want Bowen. To be honest, he's 29 now. Be 30 next season. Do we really want a 30-year-old? I would I'll sign Bowen. So we sign him for West. So we get him for West Ham. We should sign him and then sell him to Millwall or someone when they get promoted. That would really piss him off, wouldn't it? But yeah, I'm not really a massive Bowen fan. I think he's okay, but I think but a few years ago maybe I would have signed him, but not now, in my opinion. I just don't think we need a 30-year-old. I think I'd like to sign younger players, mid-20s, mid to late 20s, but he'll be 30 soon, so not for me. Stocks, but if Gray is in the England team, England will be losing to the likes of San Marino and Malta. That's a bit harsh. Because it's a team game, isn't it? So even if Gray was in the England team, we wouldn't necessarily be losing to those sides. But obviously, I can tell you're not a massive Gray fan. But I don't know. He's a bit of a some of the fan base love him, some don't like him. So he's a bit one of them, really, isn't he? Gray has no technical ability. Scott's put. No, yeah, he works hard. He's dedicated to the cause, but yeah, I think you're right. He's not. As a footballer, I don't really rate him as a footballer, but he does. He does try his best. That's all we can ask for. Milton's put Gray captain in 5 years' time. Yeah, the thing is, do you think he'll be at Spurs in 5 years, Gray? The thing is, De Zerbi might get the best out of him. You don't know, do you? So, but yeah, I think Gray stays in long enough, develops as a player, improves. Then we'll probably sell him. That'll probably be it. That'll probably be a thing. We'll probably selling him. He probably won't be. We probably won't see the best of him. So that's what Spurs are like. But if we did keep him, then great. There's no reason why he can't be captain in 5 years. Definitely not. Roughnick, big up Roughnick. Thanks for dropping by. Maddis is made of glass, too injury prone. Yeah, I think you've mentioned before about Maddison being injured a lot on it. We should let him go. Yeah, he is injury prone. That's the issue about him. But on his day, he's brilliant. But trouble is, he had too many long-term injuries, and that might be the issue now. But if we can keep him fit, I think he's a good addition. Maybe not a starter, but maybe some to come on. But we'll just have to wait and see. And hopefully, when he comes back, he does show his best. I mean, I wonder when Kulusevski's coming back. He's been out a while, hasn't he? What would Kulusevski still be the same player when he comes back? So that might be another one where he might not be the same player again. Kulusevski. Nataz, but the reason why I say tough is our current players need belief. Somehow they also need to remember the badge they are wearing once on the pitch. Football is honesty, ain't complicated. Yeah, the thing is, I remember. Yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, these players aren't Spurs fans, are they? So they'll be thinking. At the end of the day, they'll be thinking of a way out of the club. A lot of these players would. And I don't care if they do leave. If they want to leave, they can all do one. But get us out of the situation first. The situation they've put us in. So yeah. Slots, but Dre would be overmatched in my daughter's under six lead. You really don't like Dre, do you? Yeah, probably me. Yeah, that's made me laugh actually. Yeah, yeah, you're well. We'll put it to the test one day. See if he'll come down and he might embarrass himself and that. So big up. Paul's put. I think Roberto, he runs into a lot of blind alleys, not composed enough, but he's still young. Yeah, the thing with Birdwell is he did it last season. When he's playing well and he's everything going well, he starts getting cocky and stuff and starts playing these stupid passes and causes us a lot of issues. He did it in the Europa League last season. Where was it against Alkmaar, and he gave away the goal where he got a bit cocky and comfortable. Yeah, and that's the thing. But I think he's a very good youngster. Barcelona were after him. He can't be that bad if Barcelona were after him at one point. So I do, yeah. Hopefully he stays at us and develops. But he's tend to be quite injured a lot. There's something wrong at Spurs. Our injury, our medical team. There's something clearly wrong there. So hopefully we can sort that out. But yeah, I do like Birdwell though. Lisa's put just to piss off Danny Dyer. To be honest, I love Danny Dyer. He's a brilliant actor. But yeah, he hates Tottenham, doesn't he? And I think he did say his brother. He said that Bowen can play for anyone but Tottenham. But yeah, that would be just to piss Danny Dyer off. Yeah, that would be something, wouldn't it? That's why we should send him to Millwall, wouldn't it? Just piss Danny Dyer off. So yeah, Roughnecks put, got to remember Gray and Birdwell are only 19, 20, just kids. Yeah, still just kids. Yeah, they are. But you look at some kids around the world, like Lamau, for example, and they make Gray and Birdwell look like League One players, don't they? Some of these kids around the world. So yeah, they are kids, but there are some players out there that are just or just awful. Like no, just so good compared to these. Where am I? Slots, but he does try hard. Yes, I think we are about Gray. Yeah, he does his best. He does really work his socks off, but he's just not good enough, is he really? Pause, but Archway is rubbish at fullback. Old centre back is rubbish. Sits brilliant. And number 8 can see Man United trying to get him. Well, Man United have actually been linked to him, haven't they? Which I just heard a news story, whether that's true, whether he would actually go there because of his Leeds connections. But yeah, that's great. Yeah, so Archway is rubbish at fullback. Yeah. To basically plays every. I don't know what his best position is, to be honest. I don't know what position he plays. I think he was a number 6, but I don't actually. I've never really seen him play there. He tends to play everywhere else but his main position. Natar's put, I am old school. Data, stats, heat maps, and all that will never beat the eye test. Yeah, and I agree with you. I know you hear all these stats about, someone certain done something first time since Opta started since 2003 and all this stuff. But stats don't always mean anything. It's about what you see as a fan, isn't it? Sometimes I think a player's played rubbish and they've get a man a match. So, Natal's put that's it. Modern day football and tech is somehow rubbish in football. It definitely is. In some cases, it improves it. Like VAR, we moan about VAR. But if we didn't have VAR, we'd be moaning at some of these decisions. For certain aspects, VAR should be in there. I think for like offsides, they should be. But they should be like semi-automated and just click quickly, pick it off. But some of the decisions that get made and how close someone is offside, it's really tight and it's ridiculous. And goal line technology should definitely stay. But yeah, in some aspects, it is ruining it. Too much technology now. Dwell's greatest, but they are kids. But Rooney was smashing it at 16, 17. Laugh out loud. Yeah, he was. Yeah. So that's why the thing is, I don't like hearing the word that they're kids because if you're good enough, you're old enough. And I don't like you saying it, but look at Matt Stallman from Arsenal. He's only 16, and he looks 10 times better than Archie Gray does. So it just goes to show. Doesn't matter how old a player is. Some players just don't develop. Some players develop young and just don't don't turn into the player that everyone thought they were going to be. I mean, look at Ravel Morrison. He's at West Ham smashing it. Was he at Man United as well for a little while? I think he was at Man United and then West Ham, and he was supposed to be a next big thing. And look how he ended up with him. And Adol Tarapt as well was at Spurs and was QPR. He was supposed to be a next big thing as well. And look at them. They're nowhere to be seen now. So it's not about dedication as well. But they are kids, which they need a bit of time to settle. But Gray has played loads of games for us. I don't think Gray's going to get any better, to be honest. I think he is what he is. He has that type of play. He's that type of player. But he does try hard. He works his socks off, and that's what we need. Some players are just not. They're not technically, and they're not very good, but they work their socks off, and that's all that matters. That's the main thing, really, isn't it? Was Drake's put Super Harry Kewell was smashing it at 18-21 in the Prem. Yeah, he was. Harry Kewell was a brilliant player. I mean, to be honest, Leeds had a good side back in those days, isn't it? And they got relegated and they had a good side. I think they had a better side then than we do have now, and they went down. It's a bit like West Ham. The season they went down as well. I think they had a better side than us. But so you're never too good to go down. But it is what it is. Paul's, but Rooney was a generational, but Kane was nowhere until he was 20. Yeah, the thing about Rooney was just a talented footballer, wasn't he? He was just a generational talented footballer. Kane wasn't even spoke about in the youth system as one of the best players. I see him on loan at Norwich or something, and he didn't look that good there, and he had loads of loan spells and never really worked out anywhere. And Spurs were going to sell him. Spurs were going to sell him to Birmingham City or somewhere for like 800,000 or something pounds. So Spurs didn't even believe in him at one point. And I think he was given his opportunity mainly because we had injury issues. Or he was smashing. I remember he was smashing in the cup when he was smashing in the Europa League. And we had Soldado, correct me if I'm wrong, we have Soldado and Adebayor at the time, and they weren't scoring that many goals in the league. And the fans were crying out for Kane to be given an opportunity. And was it Poch put him in? I think he made his debut under Sherwood maybe, but Poch is the one that really gave him his proper opportunity, and he stuck him in the league, and the rest is history. And look at him now, one of the best strikers in the world. And I don't care about all the stuff where he hasn't won much. He's still one of the best in the world, in my opinion. I always have this debate: who's better, Haaland or Kane? And I will back Kane every time. But in the chat, this isn't about Tottenham in general. In the chat, let me know who. I mean, no biased or anything, just who, in your opinion. So I know a lot of people might be Spurs fans in here, but in your opinion, who do you think is the better striker? Harry Kane or Erling Haaland? I always have this debate with people. I'm in a WhatsApp group, and people will say that Haaland's better, but in my opinion, as an all-round striker, I think Harry Kane is a much better striker as an all-round striker. Paul's put Gray reminds me of Steve Perryman. Oh, okay, yeah, he does. Oh, I think Steve Perryman was a bit before my time, actually. So yeah, but I've heard stories. So yeah, I can see. Paul's put same as Bale. He was about 21 until he became good. Yeah, do you remember Bale when he first joined Spurs? It was Spurs play. He was in the team. I can't remember how many games it was, but it was loads of games, and he just couldn't win a game when he was in the team. And it was quite funny. It was remarkable, actually. They just every time he was on the pitch, we'd either draw or lose. So I think I heard an interview from Harry Redknapp recently, and he said he put him. We were winning like I think we were winning about 4-0 against someone or something, and he ended up putting him on. He come up, took him off the bench and said, "Surely we can't lose now." And said, "If we lose now, I'm never fucking picking you again," or something like that. So and we ended up winning. So I don't know, Harry, but yeah, but and to be honest, when he started off, he was a left back, wasn't he? And he wasn't a great left back at all. And weren't it? Was it Redknapp that pushed him further forward? And look at him now. Look at how the player he became. So yeah, but yeah, he wasn't that great when he was younger. So it can happen. We'll see. Lisa's put Kane all day, every day. Yeah, I agree with you. I think we're biased with Spurs fans, but Kane as an all round player, Kane is better than Haaland. I don't care what anyone says. Haaland might be a better finisher, even though Kane's a fantastic finisher. But as an all round player, Kane Kane can do what Haaland does, but Haaland can't do what Kane does. That's how I see it as. Paul's but Harry Kane best striker in the world. Yeah, I think that's agree. Harry Kane's best all-round striker in the world, in my opinion. And you know what? He's worked hard to be the player he is. Because he wasn't that good as a youngster, but what he has become, he's an absolute legend, great player, a great person as well. Seems like a really good person. So I see 16 people. I mean, a viewing. Much love for everyone. Thanks for coming on. If you can smash the like button and give me a sub, that'd be much appreciated. I'm not before I was on this stream, I was on 85. I don't know what I'm on now. I'd have to check it, but I'm trying to get to 100, and if you get to 100, that would just be fantastic. But we'll just see how things go. Thank you very much for everyone coming on. Anyway, Nita was put 16 or 7. We saw players that killed it off the park. However, 2 of them players wasn't taken. Look at Lewandowski, easy. Yeah, do you mean that one's at 16, 17? We saw players that killed it off the park. However, 2 of them players wasn't taken. Do you mean the players were taken? So to clarify that. Do you mean 16, 17? We had a Regis side. We had a Regis side back then under Poch, and we had some fantastic players, much better than the team we've got today. That's for sure. But is that just clarify what you meant by that? I do apologise. But yeah, that's great. It's put. All Haaland has on Kane is speed and power. Kane is better at everything else for me, even heading. I agree with that. And if you notice with Haaland, as much as he's a great striker, I'm not dissing him. Have you noticed he tends to he misses more than he scores, and he scores a lot. But I've seen him; he does miss some great chances. He's even missed open goals before, or like some easy tap-ins. And I have this debate in this WhatsApp group, and they all know, well, Kane misses them as well, but I don't think Kane misses as many. And Kane's all-round play. Kane's, Haaland. Have you noticed if City don't play well, Haaland don't play well either. Like Haaland's not going to drag City to a win. City have to play well for him to play well. But Kane, when he was at Spurs at times, he carried Spurs to wins at times on his own. Like, we might not be playing well, and he'll just drag us out of a hole on his own. So that's the thing with Kane. So he's much better. Not much better, but he is a better finisher. That's for sure. Better finisher, better crosser, better plays a better ball over the top, better header. He's just a better player. Paul's put subbed and liked. Much appreciated, mate. Thanks. That's really helps. Thanks very much. Really does. We do appreciate that. Natavs, but wasn't taken care of with vision to build upon. We had a gem in Harry Kane. That's all I have to say. Yeah, we do. The thing is, back then we had some good players, and Kane was was smashing it in. We never built on it. We signed like amateurs around Kane. And you can't really blame Kane for leaving, can you? When he did, I mean, I don't blame him. He wanted to go. He wanted to go and win things, and yeah, he's probably going to win the German league every year. I hope he wins the Champions League this year, but he's probably going to win the German league. It's not the greatest trophy. It's like a shield, isn't it? But he's going to win more than what he would at Spurs, that's for sure. And yeah, I've heard he's loving it over there and smashing it. But yeah, so yeah. But yeah, so bear me a second. Let's just check something. Bear with me a second. Sorry, guys. Bear with me a second. So yeah. So just if you just go back, if you go back, so De Zerbi's come in for, and hopefully keeps us up. If he does keep us up, drop your comments in there. If he does keep us up, where are you predicting we will finish next season? Or what's the expectations of us where we're finishing, and where's realistically will we finish? Does it depend what type of squad we have? Just let me know. Drop your comments. That'd be much appreciated. The world's greatest, but did you play football? Yeah, when I was younger, I did. But I've got a health issue now. It affects my mobility, so I do struggle with running and walking on my own. So it's a bit difficult. I use a stick when I'm out now. Very complicated, and very frustrating. But I got my family, got my friends, and got my kids, and that's the main thing. So yeah. Nitar's put, I'm glad Harry left Spurs, our owners without a footballing brain. Yeah, I agree with you. As a fan, I was gutted he left, but our owners don't deserve a player like Kane. And our owners, they don't have a footballing brain. They've made so many bad decisions. It's unbelievable. They've been at a club for far too long. They need to go. But will they go whilst earning all that money? Some people say maybe a bit dose of relegation will encourage the owners to sell. But why would they sell? Why would they sell us if we're relegated? Because they'll end up losing money on us. So I don't think I think our only hope about getting them out is if we stay up. That's the only hope. I think if we go down, we've got part with them for another year or so at least. Paul's put, if we stay up 7th or 8th. Yeah, I think that's realistically we've got to aim for at least there. And if we get anything higher than that, that's a bonus. But we've got to give De Zerbi time, haven't we? We can't just, if things don't go away, we can't just be on his back, because that's the thing with the fans. We do tend to get our managers back quite quickly. And that doesn't always help. So we need to stick with De Zerbi, give him a bit of time to build the side, get his own players in. Hopefully the ball, like Enoch, back him, but get his own players in, and hopefully, if they do, we'll have a successful season. Enoch out. Yeah, I agree with you. Enoch out. They've ruined the club. They've done some good things, like with the stadium and training facilities and stuff like that, and they've put Spurs on the map. They've turned Spurs into a bigger club than they were. But for Spurs to really go to another level, Enoch can't be there. So in my opinion, yeah, and obviously your opinion, Enoch out, definitely. What do you think about the parade the other week? Anyone? Did anyone go to the parade for Nottingham Forest, and what did you think of it? I thought it was a bit like Europa League vibes, like winners vibes. And I think Why people put so much effort into a parade like that, but won't put the effort into a protest? That's my opinion. Because protesting got cancelled that weekend, but they had the parade, which was a bit odd. Paul's, but if we go down, he will win the championship. Do you think De Zerbi will stay at Spurs if we go down? He says he would, but do you think he will? That's an interesting one. That will be. Tars put, thank you, young man. Life drops us so many things. Football is a way to have other things because life ain't always easy. Tottenham till I die. Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. Yeah, that's Ted. Definitely agree with you there. No problem. You're always welcome on to chat if you want to come and have a little chat one day. But you've made my maybe work go faster past the hour, so thanks. No problem, mate. You just people coming on and just coming on my live and dropping comments really makes my day and makes my evening because I'm completely new to this. So if I stutter or if I'm not quite, if I'm not deep down, I don't like talking in front of the camera. So it's when people drop in and leave nice comments and stuff, it really does help. So I do much appreciate it and big up, mate. Paul's put, I was at the parade with my daughter. I was a bit confused with it all. To be fair, at least the sun was out. I suppose that is one bonus, the sun being out. I watched it on TV, the match, and the parade. I saw the parade beforehand on like social media, and it looked pretty cool. But it was a bit like Europa League vibes. We were celebrating the team, we're cheering the team on that was struggling in the league. And then they put a performance on like that. I mean, they don't deserve the support, do they? They don't deserve any of the support that they've been given. Those players, it was an absolute disaster. But Tudor's gone now, so hopefully things are on the up. Don't get carried away, but hopefully, I don't think the parade. They should do a parade again. That's for sure. Paul's put De Zerbi will stay if we go down and build a team. Great coach. Yeah, I hope he stays. But he's getting paid so much money. Why would he leave? Are you a bit surprised he's getting paid as third most in the league? Though that did surprise me a little bit. That he was getting paid double to what Frank's getting basically. What Frank got, but that would but hopefully he'll stay on. That'd be great. Milton's put, mate, you're doing a great job and your channel is awesome. Keep it up, bro. Chin up always. Big up, Milton. That means a lot. That means more than you'll ever know, mate. Big up. It's good to hear. So that I'm doing something right. So, and this is actually I think this is the longest stream I've actually been on my own for. Because usually I have people on, but usually I have Guy on, and they usually have Definitely on, but they've not come on tonight. They must be busy tonight. So I'm glad I've had decent people come on and keep the chat going, really. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do this, that's for sure. Without you lot. Lisa's put, I'm off to sleep now. I'm up for work for 5 a.m. I'm up at 5 a.m. for work. Always good to chat and be good to pop on a show sometime. Lots of love. Yep, you're welcome on. Next week, I'll probably do shows probably 3 times a week. I probably won't do it the weekend. I've made mistakes. I do it Sunday nights, and no one really tends to come on Sunday nights. I might not do it at the weekend, but in the week, I'll probably try and get 3 times a week on, which would be perfect for me. And then when I get bigger, I might do some afternoon shows. But once I get a lot of subs, I'll start doing that. Nope, it won't. No, it won't. It wasn't all that pretty. Enid Clout, we're staying in the Prem. Enid Clout, no matter how long it takes, come on, you Spurs. Yep, I hope so as well. I agree with everything there. We're staying in the Prem. Let's hope so. Have to wait and see. Let's hope we are staying in the Prem. But have to wait and see, innit, really. 7 cup finals really coming up. So hopefully we get the results we need to stay in the Premier League with Sunderland next Sunday. But what's your prediction for the Sunderland game? I'm going 1-1 draw. Well, if you asked me a couple of weeks ago, I'd say 2-0 Sunderland, or 3-0. I'm a bit more confident now. You know what? I'm going to back the boys. 2-1 Spurs win. I'm going to back the boys. And you can, clip this up and remind me what I said once when we play Sunderland. But come on, we need a win. So I'm backing Spurs to get off to a great start. Paul's put, why would you leave a 12 million a year? I think he would relish working with Moore, Donnelly, Lancashire, Phillips, and Devine in Championship. Yeah, I would. I'd agree with you as well. Yeah, it'll be stupid to leave. After if we 12 million a year, you'd be stupid to leave it, wouldn't you? So he's probably said Did you hear he said Spurs were one of the biggest clubs in the world? Now, I'm a Spurs fan and I love Spurs, but even though I know that Spurs aren't one of the biggest in the world, you've got Real Madrid, you've got Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Man United. You've got Real Madrid, PSG. You've got loads of big clubs, bigger than Spurs. Say we're the biggest one of the biggest in the world. He's obviously being paid a lot of money to say that, isn't he? So that did make me laugh. Bid up slot, bid up, mate. Thanks for coming on. Bid up, coming you Spurs. Thank you for coming on, mate. If you're new here, I've said it before. Drop a like and a sub. I was on 85. Try and get to 100. If I get to 100 tonight, it'll be excellent. If I get to 100 in the club by next week, that'll be excellent. But getting to 100 would be absolutely amazing for me, and I would really, really appreciate it. So anyone that hasn't said anything, where do you think Spurs will finish next season? If we stay in the Premier League, where do you think we'll finish next season? Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. I'm thinking my prediction is probably is about 7th or 8th. Someone else in the comments said 7th or 8th. I actually agree with them. 7th or 8th. If we finish higher than that, then it's a bonus. But 7th, 8th, I think that'll be a good season. But just let me know. Drop your comments below. I'd love to hear anyone who hasn't predicted yet. Just to say. The Tars, but be kind. It's football. I am Tottenham till I die. Bollard off if you can't hear me. Speak to my hand because my face ain't looking forever. Fair play to you. Fair play. That's good to hear. And then Cole has put, what's your favourite players? Son, Sin it, and I'll sub. Oh my goodness. I don't know actually. I don't know. I ain't got a good voice, so I can't really sing it on here. But if you give me a sub, that'd be great. If not, then I don't know if I'm a good singer. I don't think I can do that. But yeah, but I'll definitely much appreciate a sub, mate. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm not drunk enough to really be singing on stream, unfortunately. But thanks for the comment. Mills, but 8th or 9th. Yeah, 8th or 9th. Yeah, that's probably roughly around the same sort of position. So yeah, 8th or 9th. But De Zerbi might work wonders, and he might do even better than that. 8th or 9th. Yeah, that'll be a good season, wouldn't it? I think that'll be really good. Paul's put, I got a funny feeling if we stay up, win the FA Cup next season, we deserve it after this season. To be honest, how many times have we said that we'll win the FA Cup and we never do? We always get knocked out 3rd or 4th round. So if we do win the FA Cup, it will be absolutely excellent. But I don't think we will. But it'll be good if we do. That'll be amazing. Um, but how much for a pint of your local boozer and what beer do you drink? To be honest, Milton, I'm not a massive. I don't drink a lot of alcohol. I drink non-alcoholic beer now. I used to drink beer, but I drink a lot of non-alcoholic now. And beers around here, if you go to a posh pub, it's probably about £6. But in a in a Weatherspoons, they're actually a lot cheaper. Don't know if do you get Weatherspoons in Australia? Don't know if you do, but yeah. Carlos put Anthony give us a son. You know what? I'm not gonna sit. I'm not gonna sing it, unfortunately. But I like Clueless' song. Is it Clueless on Fire or something? Whatever it is, I can't remember what it is. But that's my favourite one. If I had to choose one, I can't remember how it goes. It's too late tonight to really. My brain's gone fuzzy, you know. But that is probably my favourite one, the Clueless one. Pause, but Chaz and Dave will number one in the charts if we get to the FA Cup final. We'll be number one. Yeah, probably will be actually. And that song, I love that song. He's going to Wembley. His knees are going to trembly. That one, isn't it? Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, that's a classic track. See, I've done a bit of singing now actually, Cole. The Aussie song, but that's a brilliant song. I love that song. Milton's put now we don't have that in Oz. It's a cheap pub, Weatherspoons. I don't know if the beers maybe it's I don't know. It's a lot cheaper. The pubs are. They have a chain of Weatherspoons all over the country, and they're like I think the beer's like about £3 or whatever. It's a lot cheaper than if you go to or £3 or £4. It's a lot cheaper than if you go to other pubs. So and the food, to be honest, if anyone ever goes to Weatherspoons, the Weatherspoons near me, I can only judge that. But if you ever go to Weatherspoons, get a chance, get their pizzas. Their pizzas are banning. They're really nice. So I do recommend that definitely. Carl's but fair play. I'll sub. Bid up, mate. Much appreciated. I do really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Much love to everyone. Our new person coming in tonight, Richie. Evening all. Bid up, Richie. Thanks for coming on. Just been talking about Spurs in general. And I mentioned earlier, where do you think Spurs will finish next season if we stay up under De Zerbi? What do you think, Richie? Drop a comment below and give us a like. And if you like what you hear, give us a sub. If not, it's all good, mate. It's all good. Pause, but I'm off. Good to chat. Coming Spurs. Big up, Paul. Thanks for coming on. I'm not going on for much longer anyway. Just gonna go for a little bit longer. But big up. Thanks for coming on. And yeah, come on, you Spurs. Yeah, hopefully come on again. Definitely. Richie's put 15th. So you're not very positive, are you, for next season? What do you think of De Zerbi coming in then? If anyone's not put that, there's people viewing. If no one's put their feelings on De Zerbi coming in, I'd love to hear everyone's views on it, what they think of it. Drop your comments below. It'd be much appreciated. Guitars, but Ginola, since the Premier and the rest, too many before and after. That's when I say glory, 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 Tottenham Hotspur. I know that. Fair play then. Fair play to that. Fair play. So yeah, so where are we all finishing then? Anyone else got any more predictions for where we finishing if we stay out next season? Does anyone think we will stay out now? De Zerbi's come in. I'm a bit more confident now than I was the other week. But well, just let me know what you thought. Drop in comments. For a few minutes longer. I think he's obviously deserved. He's a split opinion, isn't he? He's a bit split. Um, he's a bit split. Some people happy he's here. Some people are not. Some people it took a while for them to turn over to him, but he is here. And we need to back him. We need to support him. He's our manager now. So we need to really give him support. This season is all about just staying in the Premier League, though, isn't it? Scott's put, if we stay up, I think we'll be 13th next season. There's not much optimism tonight, is it? I'm in a WhatsApp group who thinks there's a Spurs fan in there that thinks Spurs will be challenging for the top 4 next season with De Zerbi and be winning Champions League in 5 years. I mean, that's delusional, really, to be honest. But that's what some Spurs fans are like, probably. I think, well, obviously I said between 8th and 7th next season. I think it's because Spurs, we never, we don't want to get too carried away, because when we do get carried away, it ends up going to disaster, doesn't it? So hopefully we back in, we bring the players in, give him the players he wants, and we end up having a good season. But we need to make sure we stay in the Premier League. Going down would be an absolute disaster for us. Cole's put top half. If we something the squad properly, it depends on the football appointment. Oh yeah, so I've heard who's the old Palace guy, Dudley Freeman. I heard he turned us down. If that's the case, bloody hell, not even direct footballers want to come to us. We should get Paul Mitchell back. Actually, he was our best direct football for a long time. Okay, so I think I'm going to round it off there. Actually, I have a good hour and 17 minutes. Really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed everyone coming on in the chat. If you're new here, give us a like and a sub. I mean, much appreciated. I was on 85. I don't know what I'm on now. I think some people said they've subbed. I'll try and get to 100. It's good if I do get to that. But we'll see. If comments come in while I'm still trying to end the show, I'll still read them. So Roberto, Roberto's training session today. Get in, coming Spurs. We're in the mud again. I say 7 games left. Yeah, over till it's over. Hush. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we'll see. But thanks to everyone that's coming on. Thanks to everyone that's viewed, liked, and subscribed. It's been a really good show. Really enjoyed myself. I enjoyed that Spurs. I'll be back on next week. I'll try and do 3 shows a week. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are the days I try and come on. And some people can come on and have a chat if they want. If anyone wants to come on and have a chat about Spurs, they are more than welcome. But just let me know. And yeah, just come on. And I'll put the link in sometime if anyone wants to come on. But yeah, thanks for coming on, everyone. And see you I'll probably be back on Monday. But thank you. And before I go, come on, you Spurs.